Welcome back, it's Smashboss here, today with a little bit different kind of video. Today I wanted to make a tutorial on how to find new ideas for levels. So I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit how I always get these crazy ideas. And well, the first step is just experiment as much as you can. So put all kinds of items together in the different setups and look how it works. So for example, you may find really crazy stuff, but sometimes you even find little mechanics that are just with one single item or object. So for example, here we just have a block. So there's really nothing special about it. It contains nothing, but if you, and that's the second important step, when you play levels, when you explore the items, when you try different setups, always pay close attention. So for example, now there's a trick that I'm going to show later on in a level that I've created. So pay close attention to what I'm doing now. I repeat it a few times. So maybe some of you already understood what I've done here. So recently I found out that you can do 2 jumps even if the block turns after 1 jump. If you jump extremely quick, you can execute a second jump before you jump high. So you can basically bonk your head on the block 2 times before you start jumping higher. So basically that's not much of a mechanic. So the next thing you want to do when you found something that you think that's strange and worth for making a level, the next thing you want to do is find a setup where you need this mechanic. So I started to think, where could I and how could I create a setup that needs this particular trick to be done. So I thought, when I jump on the block twice, maybe I can kill a stack of 2 enemies like that, but as it turned out, the second jump doesn't hit the block again, so the second enemy will just fall down. That's basically not a way to use this trick. And now I want to go on with the level that I've created to show how I finally found a setup that is using this trick. It's my newest level called 8-Coin Test Challenge. Well, I think there's a little mistake in the writing of challenge, so I don't know what I've written there, but it's not meant to be this strange word, so I just delete it and re-upload it with the real name. So I don't know why, but instead of a A, I've put an S here. I don't know why. It's challenge and nothing else. So, well, at least I don't have to do the upload test again, because as you may know, TES levels are always hard, and well, it's actually not the hardest level, but I'm glad that I've beaten it once and I don't want to beat it again, because it's also not very easy. So what you've got to do in this level, it's a short 10-second challenge, and the way I use this mechanic here is I place 2 coins on the left and the right side of a turn block, and the problem is if you bonk your head on the block, it will turn for a few seconds before you can bonk your head again. If you jump without bonking your head, you will automatically, no matter how low you try to jump, you will bonk your head in the spike. So you have to use these blocks to get the coins. And in the subworld you have the exact same setup. You have to get all 8 coins, and no matter with what setup you may come up, it is not possible to get all 8 coins in 10 seconds without the trick. So basically what you want to do is you want to collect 2 coins in one go using this double jump. And you have to do it 4 times in a row. So this is the setup that I found that requires this trick. I'm not sure if you can wait here, but you have to do it at least 3 times. Well, you actually have to do it 4 times, it's not enough time. So if I beat this level here while explaining, then that's just because I practiced this trick a lot, so it's not that hard for me anymore. But it was very hard when you don't know the mechanic. And that's probably the most difficult part, when you found out a new mechanic, to find a setup that requires this mechanic. So basically this is the hardest part, when you noticed something strange, to find a way that a player is forced to do this strange thing, because normally when you find such a mechanic, you find it randomly in a level where it's totally unuseful, and the part that you have to figure out is how this level can be used so that it's necessary, how this mechanic can be used so that it's necessary to know the mechanic. And if you have problems with getting ideas yourself, then my second tip is to look in the ranking of the star rank list. So here, for example, Roy Mathis makes some kind of glitch levels, and also this Japanese creator here, he's currently on place 21 on the star list. So he also makes lots of mechanic showcases. And of course, it's not good to just upload the same level as somebody else, but these levels are just showcasing single mechanics, so you can use these mechanics to create your own levels. Of course, not just stealing by uploading exactly the same level, but you can use the mechanics that you see in these levels. So for example, here we've got a mushroom, we have to break through this block, then there's something, and well, we can jump through here, but we need a mushroom here, and I really had no idea what to do. So then I looked on the thumbnail of the level and I saw that in this particular spot that was highlighted by the tracks, there was a fire flower, So I thought maybe it would be possible if I just get the mushroom right away directly here without going further to the right, because, well, a fire flower can normally not just disappear, so it had to be a fire flower if Mario is big and a mushroom if Mario is small. So if I go further to the right side, then Mario is still small while the mushroom was spawning, so the mushroom just fell off the edge. But if I stand as close to the block as possible, activate it, go back, then the mushroom didn't spawn yet, and now that I'm big, it spawns as a fire flower, so I can collect it, take one hit and use the mushroom to break through this block. And as I said, this is just a showcase of this mechanic, so you can maybe use it in some ghost house level where you have to find the exit or something like that to confuse the player. So these kinds of levels, and there are more level creators than him, but he has a lot of these little levels that just show one mechanic that can be used. There's also a lot of levels that I have not completed because I also don't get how it works. So, or for example, this is just, well, you can basically see the whole level in the thumbnail. All that's crazy about this level is that it has a vine on the bottom, but the vine has not the classic bottom tile where it goes into the button, so it's more like the vine is directly above the button, but it ends there. So normally if you place a vine directly above the bottom, it still has this tile on the vine's bottom where the vine grows into the ground, and here it's just ending directly above. So these are all just small levels showcasing one single mechanic or a few ideas how you can use some of these mechanics, but you can take this mechanic and make your own level with it. And many of these tricks are useful when creating puzzles. So, for example, here, I don't know why this happens, but for some strange reason, you don't eat the coin, you directly eat through the coin and you grab the power block. And you actually can use this because you need the coin to fall on this block which contains the key. So these are all nice little levels to show some mechanics. Then there are also maybe other creators that do something similar. So for example, for a week or two ago I showcased a level by this user here, and as I said, she has a few of these mechanic levels and also some great normal levels. So definitely search for level creators. So the basic question that you may have now is, how do I find these level creators? Well, actually, as soon as you found one, which is basically just luck, so that I found one of these level creators is maybe just luck, but then if you look at this level creator, then make the next step and think, what kind of levels does this maker like? So look at his starred courses. So maybe you will find other players which are also doing mechanics, so most likely people that create mechanic levels also like mechanic levels from other creators, so maybe you will find another creator that has great ideas when you found one and look in his starred courses. So, and then you can continue it and look at the second creator's starred courses when you've played all of his levels, and well, that's basically how you get ideas. And well, that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video.